Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, testing. One, two. Trying to make sure we got the audio coming. Testing, testing, testing. Trying to make sure we got the audio coming through because we've had audio problems. And some of my past live streams. So first of all, apologies for the kind of bumpy start here, the amateurish start. But I had to make sure my audio is coming through. What I'm doing now in order to make sure I don't come through on a live stream with no audio and then don't pick it up until late in the live stream or after the episode is already over and I come back and play everything over. Um, what I'm doing is I'm monitoring my live stream on another device or devices so that I can make sure that the audio is coming through and I don't uh, have any audio problems because I can't always hear myself when I'm in the process of doing the live stream. So I had to come up with another way to kind of monitor to make sure real time I know whether or not we're having any audio issues with the live stream or anything else for that nature. But with that being said, let's kind of flip this and start everything back over. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Once again, you're tuned in to another episode of Those A31 Gaming live on Twitch, and we're playing Farming Simulator 25, the base game edition. We're on one of the three base game maps in Farming Simulator 25. We're on the Riverbend Springs map, which is the uh, U.S. styled map, if you will, on in the game. Um, there's three maps in the base game: one European theme styled, one Asian styled, and one U.S. or North America style. And we're on that map. Um, and again, I'd like to welcome everyone to the channel. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, night, or whatever it is, or in your, excuse me, oh my goodness. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, night, or whatever it is in your neck of the woods or in your part of the world. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. And without much further ado, we're going to jump right into it. We're kind of picking up from where we left off on the last episode. I really didn't play through off camera this time between this episode and the last episode. I have been doing some testing off camera with some various different things I wanted to get into and in future episodes. One thing I've been looking at, let's hop over here real quick to the Lime Station that's near Field 2. Um, we have this Lime Station right here. And then we have this area over here where we have the dredging boat. And the dredging boat is pulling stones out of the river and then dropping the stones from the dredging facility here. This facility makes stones and it drops the stones here in this pile of stones. And I don't know if this is bugged or by design, but Giants has these free stones here, and if you use the right tools, we players can pick these stones, collect these stones, and then use these stones in this production that's right next to it conveniently. This production facility for well, actually, we can look at it from the in-game available production facilities that are available on this map. They're all lined up here on this tab when you go look when you come into the in-game menu and you go to the you flip over to the available this little icon that looks like a conveyor belt with a machine dropping a box on a conveyor belt and one box already on the conveyor belt, and this shows all your available production chains that are on the map. And this production here that we're looking at now is the cement factory, and here you could build cement bricks, cement bags, and roof plate. Um, I wasn't going to get into this production facility because I really I didn't have any ideas of what I would do with this stuff. I guess you just sell it because we don't have any projects, at least on this map or at this time, that would use any of these materials in the projects that I'm aware of. Uh, but I think this is one of the first production chains we're going to buy because we could just have this running in the background. We can come in periodically and collect the stones and supply the stones to the production chains and just make money off the bricks and the bags and the roof plate being sold. But in the future maps, probably, or in future, yeah, I guess the way to put it is the future maps, you may see a version of the cement factory where you bring stones into this production chain and produce the bricks, the bags, and the roof plate, and then these elements are used as elements of another production chain elsewhere on the map. But this map doesn't have any production chain that utilizes any of these elements, so we'll just be selling these straight up. But I think the first production chain we're going to buy is um, this production chain. But we'll come back to this momentarily. But this is the cement factory, and it's right next to the dredging boat and right next to our field too. And we can come in here, and this is where we go to buy it right here, this wrench icon on the map. And let's kind of walk around and you can get a look at it. It's Morrison Cement is the name of the cement factory. That's the name of the company. And this is how it all kind of looks. But we will be buying this facility momentarily, and we're just gonna we're gonna grab the stones from the dredging boat facility here, right next to the lime station, and we'll just periodically come in here. I've been to, like I said, I've been doing a little bit of testing off camera, and I'm sure there's a way that we could probably figure out to automate it. But right now we'll be doing this manually because, again, I think I'm not 100% if this is bugged or glitch, because we can't come in here and with like you would think we'd be able to come in here with like a telehandler or a front loader or something and just scoop these stones up, but it won't allow you to access the stones that way. But if we come in here with the modded, let me show you right here. If you come in here with this mod right here, we go down to find it real quick, the belt systems, and we use the forge pickup or any forge pickup device as far as that is concerned, but we use this one. And you can pick up and collect these stones and load them into a trailer, and that's what we'll do momentarily. But I haven't found a way yet to automate that. But I'll keep testing that probably off camera. I won't do that during the live tonight. But we are gonna work on those two things and purchasing this cement factory here in just a bit, and working on that. That'll probably be one of our first production chains. All that being said, now let's get back to what we were working on when we last jumped off on the last episode. We got a lot of things we're getting ready to jump into now on the farm. We reached $1 million. We're ready to do some wholesale remodeling on the farm. My first order of business, and I hoped to finish that up before we got off camera, but I was unable to. We wanted to move the cows out of the cow pen here so that we can place down another cow pen that we can actually utilize for milk and other cow productions, because this is just really a breeding pen for the cows right now. So we've leased 2 trailers because we have more cows than would normally fit in one of these smaller trailers. I could have leased a larger trailer, but that trailer would have increased the cost of my lease, because I would have had to lease that large trailer and then also lease a semi truck to tow that trailer, or a dolly. Well, I could have got a dolly. It just hit me. I could have got a dolly and then still pulled that trailer with a tractor. Wasn't thinking. All right, but this overall may still be cheaper. Just a few more steps. All right, but we're gonna go here, and where am I here? And open the animal dialog, and we're going to select here and move 3 cows in. You just got 3. These are our calves. We got 6 calves in the cow pen now, so that's one of the reasons why I had to go this route, because this trailer only holds a maximum of 6 cows. So it moves the younger calves in here. So 3. These were the ones that were just born. And then we'll move the 10-month-old calves into this trailer. Okay. And the trailer should be at capacity now. And we're just going to kind of pull it out of the way for the moment. And that's all we really want to do, is just want to get the calves out of there, kind of pull them out. Oh, we'll just leave that here because we already got a solution on the other side too. So let's hop over to the second tractor. And this trailer, and if you're asking why I have two, it's because of this issue right here. This trailer only holds, if we go down to animals, let's do it from this category. Would this category show that trailer? No, it shows the larger Silver Star. But see, the Silver Star only holds a maximum of 12 cows, 36 pigs, 38 sheep. But if we go to vehicles and then down to animals, or up to animals, because we already been in this menu. There we're at. And go to animal transport. And these are your base game options right now. We don't have any mods out yet really for animal transport. So this is kind of what we're working with right now. Well, we got the one cattle trailer, but that cattle trailer only holds 2 cows at a time, 4 pigs and 4 sheep. That's not what adequate for what we need. The Wilson trailer, what I was talking about earlier, is a semi trailer, but I don't have a semi truck. I didn't want to spend the money leasing a semi truck just for the small task we're about to do. And that holds 12, 36, and 38. While the FIGO NOAA TTW 140 holds 6, 13, and 13. And we have 9 cows, so cheaper to do it this way, I believe, than even if I got the Silver Star and leased a dolly, so I could still pull it without having to lease a semi. But I totally forgot that I could have done that as well. So we just leased 2 of them. But all we're gonna do here now is we're gonna come in here with the second trailer and get the last 3 cows out of here that are in there. And the first thing we're going to work on is I'm going to go ahead and get my animals going right now. So let's go ahead and get these 3 fully grown cows out of here. Move the trailer. Okay. They should all be in the trailer. And we're just going to pull this up out of the way. And there we go. And now we're ready to do some remodeling. And I know we have a good amount of TMR still in there. And I don't know if there's any way we can pull that out, at least now without a mod. But we got TMR water in here. We got 11,143 liters of TMR in there. And that's probably we're just gonna have to take the loss on that. But we're gonna go into build mode, and we're going to delete this cow pen here. We just got to go to click on the feed area here and select Y for enter demolition mode. And yes, we want to sell the cow pasture. We do get some of our money back for what's in there right now, $6,968. So we'll go ahead and sell that. And now we have the pasture and we're ready to go. So the animals that I wanted to start with, because there's some new animals that have been added to the game with Farming Simulator 25 that I wanted to have the experience of working with. So I was still kind of bouncing around in my head if I wanted to do that, because you have the standard cows, but with Farming Simulator 25, you also have water buffalo, and water buffalo produce milk just like the cows. So basically now you have two types of cows. Uh, in 25, you also have a new animal in the form of goats, and goats are similar to sheep, and except I think the goats also produce milk, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, but the goats are in the same pen or same category with the sheep. So initially, though, I think we're going to go with the standard animals, and then we'll also later in the game or later in this series uh, do some of the newer animals. But I think I want to start with the base animals, but let's go to cows now. We're in the cow section for the animals, and these are the pens that we have. I have a couple of modded pens installed, and these are my options for the modded pens I have installed right now. I have a the cow bin large with the lizard feed mixer. I have a cow barn XL, and that's crazy big. That we're not doing that. That mod's not practical for this map. You have a cow barn with an open front cow shed that holds 35 cows, and we got the shed cow barn, and that holds 50 cows. And that's the one I think we want to go with right now. So we're going to go ahead and dial that one up. Is that the one? Yeah. And if we can kind of put that right in the area where our previous cow barn was at, and it takes up even that much less space because the cows are all kind of self-contained in one area. And what we'll do is we'll still kind of run that along right alongside the road here, I think, and we'll kind of place that facility right about here. Yeah, right about there. And there's still some issues with the game with manure, but we're still going to go ahead and place a manure pit. So we're going to go over to sheds, silos, silo extensions, and we're going to place the manure heap extension for the cows. And I'm going to place it, I want to keep it near the cow barn because we want to make sure it picks up that it's there, but we don't want to place it too close to where it kind of gives us a lot of headaches trying to get into the cow barn, because there are a couple of places that we'll put that right there, because there are a couple of places with the cow barn where we have to come in. The cow barn, cows need straw, so we have to come in here and open this gate to place the straw for the cows. And then we have to come here to pick up the slurry for the cows. We have to feed the cows here, and we pick up milk from here. So we want to be mindful of all those things, and that's why I kind of placed this near the road, because I may have another. I think we will draw another path where we can come straight through here. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. And let's go to sculpting, and then we'll tab over to painting. Oops. And let's paint some asphalt, really. Make sure we got a cursor. Where we at? Change cursor shape. It's X. We want the square version of it right now. And we can make it a little bigger. This area is restricted. Why does it say area is restricted? All right, it's saying the area is restricted. Why? All right, we got you. We're just gonna paint this out and kind of paint this right out towards the road, and that'll be a alternate path for us to kind of come in here with our vehicles. Of course, I gotta move my avatar out of the way. All right, so let's get back in there. Boom. I just gotta take that out a little bit. Do we want to use that texture, or should we use a concrete, forest ground, then do some gravel? Let's change the cursor to the round cursor here and kind of gravel it up as we get closer to the road. And of course, it'll be restricted as we get closer to the road. All right. So that'll be restricted in that regard, of course. So that makes sense. All right. So happy with that part. So this is our cow facility. And I think we have everything we need for our cow. So now we're gonna roll back up to our animals. We're not gonna do horses now on this farm. I've done horses in past live streams, but we're not gonna do that in this one. We're not gonna do pigs right now. Pigs are very labor intensive, and I want to have some of the crops going that are needed to support pigs before I start doing them. So that pigs are coming, but we're not going to start with them because I want to already have some of these crops that we need for the pig feed already going before we start doing them. So we're not there yet. We're just basically grass farmers right now, and we're only going to put down the animals that grass farming supports right now, and that leads to the next tab over here in this animal section. And this is the next group of animals we're going to place. We're going to place the sheep, and we do have a modded sheep barn here. Only one so far, and this is a finished sheep barn, and it holds 80 sheep, and it's $80,000, and it's gigantic. And we could put that here on the farm, and that would. I didn't want to get that big into it. I really didn't test this yet, so I don't know if this is the one we want to go with. It's cheaper. It was 80 sheep. Let me see. I think it's cheaper than the largest base game sheep farm, isn't it? This will actually click over to pigs. Yeah, because this one, the largest base game sheep barn holds 68 sheep, and then we can place that one. That one's 97, but this building has a smaller footprint, and that's the part that still I'm a little more happy about. I just want to make sure. Let's see, we want to have this go this way, so that way. Let's see here. I don't do anything on the inside. Make sure I'm aware where my triggers are at before I place it. So the triggers are all across the front. So if I place it, it would probably be better if we had the building this direction, so that we can drive our vehicles through, and I can pull them through without that much trouble. And we'll place this somewhat adjacent to the cows, but I want to give it just a little bit of space, so if we run into any other sort of issues. Customize the fence for the sheep barn. No, we'll leave it. Another sheep barn. The meadows in Farming Simulator 25, we have an option to place meadows for your animals now, so that they can graze in the meadows. But I don't know if the meadows were bugged when the game first came out. I don't know if they have been patched. But when you place your animal pens, depending on the pen, you will be prompted for the option to plant the meadow in your sheep barns as well. And when you plant the meadow, the animals can graze from the meadow, but that was bugged when the game released. I don't know if that's been repaired or not. I'm not going to take a chance on it. I'll feed the sheep manually, so we're going to select no here for that. And there we go. So we have the large sheep, man, and we're not taking baby steps with this stuff, man. We're jumping right in with our animals full bore. We're not going to place or buy a large supply of animals at the moment. We're going to place us, get started with animals, and then allow our animal barns to grow naturally, and or as we earn more cash, we will dive more into our endeavors with the animals. And just as we did with the cows here, we're going to go here, which press the wrong controls. I'm going to go do a little painting here as well, and place down a little gravel and asphalt, and just bring out that all the way over. That's too big. And also bring that out to the road, and do our little gravel, do that one round, and bring that out to the road as well. No one cares if you think it's really restricted. That's okay. And we'll leave that as is. So now we have a sheep barn, we have our cows, and the last group of animals that we want to get into is I want to place what's wrong? Go back to the animals, and this we're gonna go big sheep, chicken. We also have bees and others. We're gonna do something with the bees too, but not right at the moment. We're gonna place some more beehives. I think we're gonna remove the currently owned beehive and replace it with a modded beehive that hopefully has a faster production rate, because the bees reproduce super slow. All right, but next we want to go to chickens. These are your base game chicken pens that are in the game. You got I'm not gonna go through all of them, but these are the modded ones I got. We got 3 modded ones out. I think I've installed all the ones that are available in the mod hub right now. So I currently only have 3 different ones. We have one with 20 chickens, one with another with 20, and another chicken coop that does 360. No, okay. And the 360 is $79,000, and it has this footprint. I don't know if I want to delve into the chickens that hardcore or not, but that's going to give us a ton of eggs right away. But we're going to be having to feed them like crazy. But maybe we will put that one. I wasn't initially going to put that one down. I was going to put the largest base game chicken coop down, which I think was it this one? This one only hosts 20. Oh, that's a modded one too. This one is shed with open chicken pasture, and that has 20. This is another chicken pasture. This one holds 20. This base game one holds 30, and this is the largest base game chicken pasture, and it only holds 30, and that's 4,000. This has a almost larger footprint than the modded one we were looking at. The modded one is on 79, and that's pretty much not bigger than one of the ones we had. And it's actually based on one of the ones we had from Farming Simulator 22. I think the largest one that we have for Farming Simulator 22. I think we actually will put this modded one down here, and this will be our foray into the chickens. And again, just want to make sure that we have the building placed in such a way where we don't run into any potential issues with the sheep. Our wool is going to spawn on this side of the building, so we need to make sure we have a clear path there. So we are going to have to pull vehicles in, going in the opposite direction from the road that comes through where the cows are at. But for the cows, we're also going to have to come in this way, and I need to make sure I map all that out too. In fact, before we place the chickens here, let's make sure I know what my pathways are. So let's go back to our sculpting, painting, and I want to make sure that we have all our pathways to our animal facilities mapped out to where I'm going to have to bring in vehicles or whatever for uh, dirt. That's dirt, right? Let me see if that's the same texture here. Dirt. Yeah. Okay. Let me make sure. So let's draw that out because I need to know what that path is. Or do we want to keep that dirt? No. Because I know let's not do that bit. Okay. Let's, from this point forward, we want asphalt. Okay, what the heck? Asphalt. Okay, there it is. I just wanted to make sure I was matching up that texture. Okay, so it's dirt to a point. Now, once we get out here, I want this to be asphalt. So we're gonna go ahead and paint that out. And just bring that out to the road. Change my mind here because this road is gravel. So actually, let's just be consistent with our gravel here. That seems to be stop doing that. Gravel. It's around it. So let's do gravel all the way through. Alright, and we could just paint the gravel and bring our gravel all the way out to the gravel road. And we'll know what our path is here. And that's where that starts and ends. And we'll be consistent with gravel on both sides. We know we're going to have to pull in here where the cows are at and pull out or load milk and straw. So we know we're going to need a pathway here to here. We'll go ahead and paint that up. All right. Make sure those paths are clear. And we're also going to have access to the manure pit. So we already know we need to come in here. Let's go ahead and paint that up a little bit. And let's see how far out do we want to carry that. Actually, just right out to here. All right. And then where the road starts and ends out there is kind of fuzzy right now because we haven't really defined it, but I'll just kind of paint that out. It's very informal how we're doing this right now, but we'll go ahead and kind of paint it out a little bit. I haven't really fully decided where I'm going to place all the buildings on my farm and so on and so forth yet. So we will go ahead and paint this little piece all the way up here. And let's just go ahead and draw that all the way out. And bring our gravel path way here. Okay. Let that become a natural easement. Kind of make this a little bit wider, and then whatever we want to support facilities for our cows we can kind of place in there. I haven't really decided yet what we're gonna, if anything, we're gonna place here. That looks decent. Doesn't need to be perfect yet because I'm still trying to figure out what's what. So now we can come back out and come back to our chickens. And now we can look at where we want to place that chicken pen, the chicken coop, and what direction we want the building to be facing, because we want to support our vehicles being able to come through. Where do our eggs spawn is important. The eggs will spawn on the back side of the building. We got to bring the feed in on the other side, so actually we can kind of sit it. But I want our space for our animals to be fully functional, but also make sense. I could let's see, and I don't want to waste a lot of space in this area either. Okay, I could put this. Well, we know we got to drive through, but we're going to be pulling pallets from here, so we don't want to drive through that area. So we need to have a separate path to drive through on both sides. So I just hate having all this wasted space in this area. If we place the the chicken coop all the way over here, we're going to have all this area here, which is just dead space. And I don't want that dead space. But the eggs are going to spawn on the other side of the building if we place it angled at this direction. So we need to be mindful that we're going to be driving through. You already know you're going to have to drive through on this road, pick up the manure, on this road to place the straw, on this road to pick up slurry. Okay, so we could turn the coop this way. I don't overthink this either. Spend more time driving to pick up eggs than you're placing the chicken feed for the chickens. But you still need to be mindful of that. Probably right about here, I think, where I want to place the chickens for now. And that gives us flexibility for placing other buildings, other facilities as we see fit. And then we don't have a lot of dead space, and actually I'm thinking we'll probably just put gravel all around anyways, just to kind of make it unified. So yeah, let's do that. And then go back to our sculpting, our painting tool, and get the gravel around, make that round, large, and in charge. And we'll know we'll be picking up eggs from over here. We'll go ahead and paint that path on out. And we know we can come in this way. We'll probably widen this path a little bit. This is going to be a main drag, so to speak. And then we'll just go ahead and kind of paint this all together so it all kind of comes together a little bit. And just keep the whole gravel theme going. And that way it all kind of comes together. That on around. That still kind of puts us in a little bit of a tight situation where we want to come in and dump the feed for the chickens, because that's going to put us kind of conflicting where uh, wool spawns is at. But that's okay. We can work that out. That's negotiable. But we should be able to come in from either this side, from this side, and come through this way, then come this way, and come around, and we could up here, but we can also come from this way. We're gonna go ahead and widen this area out, and that will give us more flexibility on both sides for coming in and picking up wool. Yeah, I know it's restricted. Gotcha. Yeah, come down here. And we'll just make this whole path just like this. Way. Smaller, so if we make any mistakes, or we could just paint this whole thing gravel. That'll make it more uniform. Yeah, that's what we'll do. There we go. In fact, we could paint this all gravel, probably, yeah. So make this all more uniform. Alright, yeah, that looks great. I'm happy with that. And because we shouldn't. Well, we're actually, because it's a 360 chicken pen, there will be, as we get more chickens in there, we will be filling it more frequently. But we just want to make sure we have enough access. So this is still a bit tight for bringing a trailer in here between where our wool pallets spawn and where we're going to have to dump trailer. So we're probably more often than not coming in this way to feed the chickens, but this creates a kind of tight right angle and will limit what type of trailers we bring in to bring in the chicken feed, but that's about it. And that was the other thing I was thinking about, trying to make sure that we didn't create that scenario, but I still did. I probably should have brought this pen over to the right just a little bit more this way, but it's still, I'm still happy with it, generally speaking. But oh yeah, let's just gravel all of this. The gravel texture on all of this. That way, it's pretty consistent all the way across. Okay. All right, fair enough. All right, that looks good. Okay, so we placed our pens for our sheep, our cows, and our chickens. Our next step in the phase, and we got to be mindful of our budget right now because we're not making any money yet. I remember I indicated that our starting point was $1 million. We hit $1 million, and now we're spending, but we're not making money to replace back what we're spending. So we got to be mindful of what we're spending, because at some point we're going to have to stop and lay off doing any updates until we make more money and have more money coming in, and then we'll be able to spend again. But so we're down to 654,000 based on what we spent already, and we haven't even got any animals yet. We're just placing the buildings for the animals, but placing the animals can get very expensive really quickly. So we're going to start with the cheaper of or should we start with the more expensive and then work our way back to the more expensive? But first, we have let's start with the animals that we already have. We already have cows, so let's go place our cows in their new home. Let's get that tractor fired up. And I know we will be coming this way, so we will just go ahead and paint this on all the out the gravel. Okay, so we're gonna drive in here. Where's the area for placing? Yeah. Yep. The power plant right there. We'll just do all of this with gravel because I can already see we're gonna be driving on all of this, so that grass would be dead anyway. So there's no sense for grass to even be over here. So we're already creating a situation where we're having to come in at a weird angle, and if we had a crop that was destructible, we'd already have a potential crop destruction just trying to back our equipment up in here. So that's already an issue. Let's open the gate. So we're not playing ultra realistic, just pseudo realistic. So we open the gate like we're bringing the animals in there. Open the animal dialogue, and we got our oldest cows. We're gonna go ahead and drop them off in here. So we select all 3 of the cows that we have in the transport, and select A to move back to the husbandry. And yes, we want to move the 3 cows to the husbandry. Okay. Trailer's been unloaded. Yeah, that's a really tight turn there. Yeah, super tight turn. So if we're bringing a long trailer in there, that's going to be a huge problem. So we've already kind of locked ourselves in with how we can bring our animals in to cows, because we're going to have to, if we had a semi-trailer, we have to back it in like this and then come at our angle. Still could do it, but it's just, we kind of created a bit of a challenge, if you will, to get to that trigger, but we can still get there. Okay. But anywho, there's that one. Alright, so bring that on out and drop that off. And we're finished with that trailer, so we can just kind of sell that one back where we're at. Drive up a little bit now. Let's see it now. Why is it not showing that trailer on the... Alright, so I don't know why it's not showing on the radar. Oh, great job. There it is. Alright. So return that one to the shop. We're done with it. We will not be transporting any more animals. Oh, I just thought about that though. No, we're not gonna. Actually, we could do that. If we were playing realistically, all of the animals that we want to pick up for the farm, we would, and we are going to play it that way just for a little bit of role playing thing today. So we have our other cows, and we're gonna go ahead and get our beacons turned on. We're gonna bring our trailer in here and unload our younger cows. Let's see if I can back it in there. We're gonna save, yeah, we are gonna save those transport costs. Alright, when you back up till you get the open animal dialogue to pop up in the menu, you hit L, left trigger, a left joypad stick, or joypad I should say, joystick. Click on left joystick. And we have the 2 younger calves in here. We got the ones that were just born, the newborns that are at 0 months. And we have 3 of those, and then we have the 10-month-old calves. And we have 3 of them, and we're going to move all these guys over. So let's start with the younglings. We'll move all 3 of them into the animal husbandry. I don't know why I'm struggling to spit that word out. And then we'll move in the 10-month-old calves, all 3 of them. Okay, and that's all of our cows. Now, because we don't want to be set up for failure, let's go ahead and make sure we have everything we need to get our cows started. And we know they need to be fed, they need to be watered, and they now need straw because we're actually using a full-fledged cow barn now. And with a full-fledged cow barn, cows need, in order to be properly cared for, if we go to the animal menu now, you can see what it shows you. We're at the shed cow barn, and the cows need their food, and they either total mix ration, hay, silage, or grass. And then for the living conditions, in order to be productive, they need straw, and they will produce slurry. So with that in mind, these are again are our points. This is where we feed the cows at that point. The milk they produce, we will pick up from here. And I don't know if we have to go, or is that, oh, we can actually store a vehicle here. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, we pick up the milk from here. I don't know if it spawns inside or outside. We'll get to that point. Once the milk spawns, we'll figure that part out. But this dump point here is where we place the straw for the cows. Cows require straw and a full-fledged cow barn. And from that, when you place straw, they will produce slurry, and we'll pick our slurry up from here. Let's close this gate. And the cows are in now, so we don't need to leave that gate open. So the first thing we want to do is go grab our TMR mixer, because we want to get our cows fed. Yeah, I did. Did we sell that already? Oh yeah, we did. I forgot just that quick. Let's do our TMR this way then. We're gonna go to our telehandler. And we'll use it and grab our TMR mixer. Because we don't have any TMR pre-mix, so we need to mix some TMR. And then in order to mix TMR, we need 3 elements. We need hay, straw, and silage. And we're going to mark the TMR mixer here. Put that going, and let's go grab those elements. Let's start with our straw. We know we have the mini straw bales here. We're going to go ahead and grab one of those and just go ahead and drop that in the mixer. If I can get up there. And get up there. Did we lose the bale? There we go. You in there. And let's drop 2 of those in there. We're trying to pick up a bale, the door is closed. And actually I want to try to do a proper mix this time, and for a proper mix, we also use a small percentage of mineral feed. So what we're gonna do, let's go do this. Let's drive up to the store. There's another piece of equipment that I'm probably gonna go ahead and buy right now that we're gonna need. Let's go this way. We'll be using it a lot in the future. And we'll use that along with a pair of pallet ports. We'll jump on the pallet ports just yet. But there's a couple of ways we're going to make money initially that I've tested. I wanted to get to that tonight, but I don't know how heavy we'll get to it tonight because it's going to take a while for that process to take place. We're going to make a ton of cash quickly once we get it going, and then most of the things we need are already on the farm. First, let's go to the shop, grab one more piece of equipment here. Turn the beacon on. We're not going to the animal dealer. That was the other thing I was thinking about. We're going to play pseudo-realistic, so we are going to come grab our animals from the animal dealer, I think. So we are going to utilize the animal trailer. And I should walk through that in just a second, because I haven't done that in a while, and that'll be kind of cool to do that then. So we're at the shop, and let's go here and grab what we need. At that dealer, and we're going to go here to the dealer, and what we want to go to is our low equipment, our vehicle screen, and we want to look for our low loaders, and I don't know what category it's under now. I'm still trying to get a little bit more familiar with the menus and the way they are in 25 versus how they were in Farming Simulator 22. And I'm trying to find what category the low loaders fall under now. So just bear with me here while I get to the right section in the springs. All right. Animal transport. None of the forestry under miscellaneous. Okay, I don't see belt systems. Wouldn't be under miscellaneous. No. And that's where our dolly is at least one of them that we could have used earlier on, but we just spaced it out. But our dolly's under this screen for whatever reason. Vehicles, weight. Trying to remember or recall what menu low loaders are under now. Special crops. That's where your rice equipment and sugar cane equipment and cotton equipment is. Some potato equipment, and then vegetables, feed, harvesters, baling, grassland, forage harvesting, combine harvesting. Okay, where are the low loaders? This is not frustrating at all. There we go. Trailers, under trailers. Category low loaders, and we want to go. These are the base game low loaders. I do have a couple of modded ones installed and I got most of the stuff installed. Not all of the mods that are out for 25, but many of the mods that are out for 25 I do have installed. I don't have everything installed, but I do have a large majority of the vehicles and equipment and different things that are out on the mod hub. But one of the low loaders that is available on this mod hub is this Reamer Transporting TP 500S. This was in Farming Simulator 22. It's a very useful piece of equipment for moving things around on the farm. We're going to go ahead and grab one of these right now. Obviously, by the name of it, you can tell it's a European piece of equipment. These are your options. We'll set up this. I don't even know why they have that there. You can only change the tire brand. We'll use the default. And this piece of equipment is 15 grand. We're going to go ahead and buy one of these now. No point leasing that. We're going to get a lot of use out of this bad boy. All right. So we'll go ahead and buy that. And then we want to go over to it's under consumables. No, it's on the animals. Go to our animals menu and category food. And we want to purchase, where are we at? Mineral feed. And we're going to use the base game version. We're going to use the liftable pallets and bales mod version of it right now. And these are, each pallet is $1,000. I don't know how many we'll need per se. So right now we'll start with 2 for 2,000. Okay. So we're gonna put these pallets on here with our low loader. Whenever we need to move anything around on the farm in the form of a pallet or whatever may be the case, we use this guy. And we'll have plenty of opportunities to get use out of it. And this is where we're going to start. We're going to use mineral feed. And like I said, we're going to try to play pseudo realistic as much as we can. I'm not going to say this will be a full realistic playthrough. We're going to deal with this guy too. Alright, so now we're headed back to the farm, and I'm going the wrong direction. Do we have traffic turned off again? Let me make sure. Yeah, it's still. Oh, sorry, I remember the school buses. They run all times of day and night. I don't know what kind of school system we have here in Riverbend Springs, but the schools run all day and night. Back in the main farm. And now the only thing I'm unsure, because I haven't really done the realistic way of doing the TMR with the mineral, at least where you add the mineral feed to it, so I don't know entirely how it's supposed to work. So this is all new, but we're going to try to see if we can get it figured out real quick here. But this will probably be our first time in a long time doing it. So here we go. Let's see if we get close enough. Does it automatically load in there, or how do we load it in? Okay, that's a little new to me now. I'm not sure how we get it in the mix. Like, do we because I don't want to overload it by any means. Then that will create a whole new problem for us. I'm not entirely sure how we put the mineral feed in here. All right. And we were at the shop, and there's one thing I forgot about here. We need, that's on me. We need we got bale spikes, but we need pallet forks as well. We did return the other pallet forks. Arg, arg, arg. Yeah, that was all me making Ricky mistake. I know better. Okay, so we're real time, live, and that's all me. So let's go ahead and take both of these off for the moment. Leave these here, and we'll be back. I'm gonna take you with us just in case. Yeah, because I'm thinking are actually a couple of pieces of equipment that we're going to need that I totally forgot about when we were at the shop. So okay, I thought we were. I'm just messing up now. Okay, so let's go try this again. But we'll get it right, boys and girls and gentlemen. It's all a learning process. It's all gravy from here. Alright, so back to the shop. The hard way, and we need to grab some pallet forks. We already got the bale spikes, but we're actually we'll just have all the different things that we need. Building the bale spikes at the farm and continuing to make rookie mistakes. Alright. For the shop guy, you're not experiencing deja vu. We are back. Forgot some things, so let's go back in here, talk to the guys at the shop, and we want to go down to telehandler equipment this time. Alright, so telehandler tools. And actually, there's a couple of things I want to grab here while we're here. Let's go ahead and grab this quick HDV 240 mod, which allows us to use front loader implements on our telehandler. And you're like, okay, why would you need that, Jose? And I'll show you here in just a second. Let's go ahead and customize that. Main color. Let's, for the most part, we're going to be running a John Deere, at least farm for now, at least. So we'll just go ahead and give it the John Deere treatment. And we'll buy that piece. Yes. We need one of those. And next up, we need pallet forks. So we'll just lease the Magacy, buy the Magacy pallet forks. They're $2,000. And finally, we want to go over to front loader tools. and we want to grab a handy dandy few modded pieces of equipment that we are probably going to need around the farm in the not too distant future. One of them being the HDV 240, which is why I grab that adapter. Uh, although we can configure it for front loader or telehandler. But right now we'll just have it for telehandler, and we'll go ahead and buy that in case we need to move things around on the farm here and there. And the other piece we want to get is this quick M140 with transport straps. And I know you're probably like, okay, Jose, hey, why do you need that? We'll get to that in the not too distant future. Like I say, I don't normally plan stuff out when I'm doing these things. Normally I just play it by ear, but I have planned a few things out. And we're going to do here going forward to get our farm started. And this will be one of the pieces of equipment that will come in handy with what we got planned for the future. Configuration of spikes, we want 2 spikes, 3 spikes, let's see, 4, 5, 2 is fine. Well, no, configuration 1, excuse me, stickers. Yes, no, what does the stickers change? Oh, yeah. Sure, that doesn't cost us anything. It's cool just for graphical perk. Well, we want the collision off on the spikes. Main color, we're on this whole John Deere kick, so let's keep that thing going. John Deere green, design color, John Deere yellow. And buy that piece of equipment. Okay. Now we have everything that we need. Let's just get everything over to the main farm and we'll be good to go. Let's drop our low loader down. We have all of our different implements that we're going to need here and there. But how do we get them to the farm, Jose? That's where the low loader comes in again. So first of all, our bale spikes, we're going to drop those bad boys down here. And they go there. And we're going to pick up our pallet parts and place them here. Next up, let's get bale spikes, but these are actually going to be used for a different purpose. Oh, okay, we got to do both of these are set up for front loaders, so we got to get our front loader too. Now, how do we get this up off the ground? Do we just drive over it, or is like how do we get this thing spawn right there? Like, do we have to do our there we go. Roger that. Now we can drive up to this guy and stick it. Oh, we're not getting. Option to attach. Don't know what's happening or not happening now. Okay, guess we can't. Okay. Nothing there. Okay, so we don't need the adapter for this piece, just the other piece. Let's see. Learning curve, boys and girls, learning curve. Alright, so the bucket, we can just bring the bucket all around. Why are you being temperamental like this? No collision here. Why are you giving me a collision? Alright, still giving me a collision. We don't need the adapter for that, but we do need the adapter for the other piece, I think. No, but it run over it and flip it where I can't pick it up now. Of course I did. How do we get it flipped back over? Where I can pick it up. Alright, one of the joys of farming simulator games sometimes is little quirky things like this. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna get it flipped over so I can get, because I don't think that piece is liftable. So I don't know how. On console we can't. Here's what I can try. We don't have a super strength mod, so now running that issue, we're gonna just have to reset it and try not to make that mistake again. Okay, so now we grab that. If we make that mistake, you can't lift it, so you have to reset it to the shop and start all over again. There we go. But that took way more time than I wanted it to. Okay, so now we want to get all of this equipment that we have here strapped down on the low loader, and we'll bring all of this back to our main farm in theory. We don't run into any other unexpected issues. Time we go the right direction towards the main farm, not away from it. And now that we're getting started and are in this phase of this series, we're getting really a little bit excited now because I have all these ideas about different things I want to do. Things I'm gonna try out and experiment with in the series, and we got a lot of stuff coming up. The only thing that is kind of unfortunate right now is as you get to these episodes, you always find yourself oftentimes running against the clock. You have all these things you want to do, and you think you got a lot of time to do it, but then the time passes quickly. Many of those evenings, We still haven't gotten around to getting the TMR done for the cows, but we're working on it. So I'm getting sidetracked here a little bit already with some of the other things I've wrapped in the shop, as other ideas are jumping in my head. All right, so now we have these two things going to drop. That whole setup off. Oh, I don't want it to fall over, so let's do it. If we attach there, will it fall over when I back up? Yeah, but at least I can pick it up when it does that way. So let's do that. I just want to mark that right here and make sure I remember where we place it at, because we'll be back with it shortly. And that way I can still pick it up and won't run into a million issues there. So I know that's up there. And again, you might be asking, hey, Jose, why are you doing that? What do we need that for? All those questions will be answered shortly. I don't know if we'll get to it tonight, because we've been getting sidetracked on a million other sidebar issues, if you will, but I have some ideas. All right, let's loosen all our straps. And let's go ahead and unload all of our additional equipment and accessories that we have now. Let's start with the bucket. Grab the bucket, HDB bucket. We don't need this now, but we will be using it in the not too distant future. We're gonna go ahead and park that at its new home in our shed. That in the spade here. Put that in and drop that down. But we're starting to cook now. You guys don't see it, but I see it. And where'd my pallet fork go? Okay, I'm confused. We lost our pallet fork. I'm not entirely sure what happened here. All right, there's our bell spike. Something weird happened, guys. And I totally missed it. I totally missed it. Where's our pallet? What in the heck is going on? All right, let's go to the map. I honestly don't know. I guess they fell off at some point. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna do the little magic shop thing real quick here to get over there and bring our pallet forks in. Because part of why I did what I did was so we wouldn't have to make multiple trips. But I don't know how. And I wasn't paying attention to that fully to see if they like teleported off or did they slide off or fall off. But I have to go back and watch the live stream over and see what happened. Was it some weird glitch or what exactly happened there? How we ended up leaving the pallet forks behind, I do not know that. But whatever it was that happened, I totally missed it. Alright, so taking another trip. Unexpected trip. That was the whole purpose for us doing that exercise in the first place, was so we can grab the pallet forks. so we have our pallet ports. Let's see what we can do with this mineral feed now, which is the whole purpose for us going through most of the steps in this exercise in the first place. And so now you can kind of see where I don't always do the whole mineral feed bit when it comes to doing our PMR mix, because it kind of adds to another piece of complexity to the recipe. It can already be a little complicated in and of itself. Okay, so we got the mineral feed, and I don't know how we get it into the mixer, so I'm going to try this way first and see if it kind of gives me an option to start. Oh, I don't want anything yet. I don't want, do we tip it in there, or how do we tip it? Okay. So I'm unsure right now how to do that. We'll come back to the mineral feed. The mineral feed does not want to play. So I'm not sure how we add it. I wanted to do that, but it's becoming a problem. All right, so let's go square bale hay 1. Let's see if that changes once we get a hay bale. Let's do 1 hay. Silage bale. And we already got the straw out there. And again, a number of different ways to do this. Let's do it kind of the pseudo-realistic way. But the whole additive, keep saying silage additive, the mineral feed thing has kind of got me puzzled right now, so just bear with me, guys. Just for a moment. And like I said, I have done it before, but it's been a long time, and I did it with a different device, and things work differently depending on what you're using. Alright. Here we go. First things first, let's do our silage. That should be pretty much straight up. I'll probably use this whole bale without too much trouble. Okay, so there's the silage. And then we'll go in the hay. The same deal. Once I get my bearings down, will be this mixing stuff will go a lot faster. And my apologies for making all these rookie mistakes. It's been a while since I've used these pieces of equipment, and normally I'm just doing the speedy way of mixing all this stuff up. So I don't kind of rusty on the old school or realistic way of doing these things, if you will. Sure. We got heavy on the hay ratio, so let's hold off on that. Put you down and we'll pull out another another silage bill. Our ratio looking like 18% on the straw, 56%. Yeah, so we need silage. So let's pull out another silage bill, square bill, straw. $1,000 silage bill. That's my easiest access point per se. So we'll come this way, bring that down, and then lower our bill. So just want to be mindful of where we're at. Mix. And let's see where we're at overall. Alright, we're 55% on our total mix ration. Our ratio is 53, 35, 11. So let's just drop another mini bill of hay in there, and that's going to kick us in the red on the hay, I bet, but that's where we want to be. Walk up the ladder with the hay bale in hand. Yeah. And this is 16%. So next up we want to do our like I said, I'm a little rusty on the mix. So let's get more hay. And again, I'm kind of blanking on how we get the silage additive in here. I thought we just kind of just use the pallet forks. Well, let's try that again. Or actually, we'll try it. Almost got punted my machine in oblivion there. So we're going to come from the back and see at what point, if any, this additive starts to be recognized and add and load into the TMR mixer. The mineral feed is still not being recognized. So I don't know how you get the mineral feed to get up in there. is something special. No, I'm not a loss, guys. This is kind of vexing me a little bit right now. And I don't want to occupy this whole episode trying to figure out this little minuscule thing when it's probably some minuscule game mechanic. It's got us it's throwing me for a loop right now. And there's no, I'm looking here, I don't think so. And I'm not seeing anything. And is there like a side you have to drive up to a certain point on the wagon for? Okay, there's refuel mixer wagon. There it is. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you gotta drive. All right, 7%. We got 7% additive in there. Okay. That's now in the red. So now come back around. Let's drop our pallet ports off. And we're up in the spike. Little man driving here. Let's go grab the hay bale. Bring that back around. And drop that down in there. Alright, and it ate the whole hay bale. And now we're at 42, 38, 12, 6% on the added on the I keep wanting to say silage additive, like it's mineral. You just drive up here, you see refill, mixer wagon. Alright, well we'll go ahead and max out on additive, and hopefully that won't kill that mix. Yeah, we still we're filled on additive. You don't need a whole ton of additive, it looks like. Now let's go grab our silage grill, and should be able to finish the mix off with just straight silage, I believe. And over 40, 36 right now. Alright, so it took the entire remainder of the silage bale, and let's see where we're at. Total mix, we're at 87. Oh, it's saying forage though, and not PMR. That's concerning. Alright, so if I grab did I mess it up by overfilling mineral feed? I hope that's not the case. Alright, let's grab another silage bit. I didn't mean to grab all 6. Alright. Alright, I hope that's not the case, that we didn't mess the whole mix up by overfilling the additive. If not, that's gonna suck. because everything else that's in the mix doesn't work that way. If you overfill any of the other elements, you can still balance that out by overcompensating in the other areas. But if the mineral feed doesn't work the same way, that's inconsistent with everything else that you put in the mix, and that's gonna annoy me a little bit and be disappointing at the same time. All right, so let's get this going. It looks like that's the case. I'm still saying forage, and we build this bad boy all the way up, and that's a picture. Okay. That's great. Mineral feed is still showing as red, and it's saying we got 22,000 liters of forage. That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is an agitator for me. Because you can kind of mess up on the mix on any of these other elements in your TMR mix, and when it's in the red, you can just refill with or overcompensate with one of the other elements, and it will balance back out. But apparently that doesn't work the same way. Mineral feed per se. All right, let me see if there's a way I can work my way out of this, because this is gonna start to annoy me, and I don't want to get annoyed, because that's not why we do this. We're trying to have fun, but sometimes the game is complicated in places it doesn't need to be, and it's simple in places it doesn't need to be, and this is one of those places where it doesn't need to be complicated. Let's see, farmhouses, factories, selling point, and it's being overly complicated for no good reason. Station 2. All right, so I'm gonna have to spend some money, to waste some money, to spend some money, and try to get this thing figured out. So we have a mod called the selling station. I'm gonna place this selling station down right about here, and hope that I can sell some of this mess off that we have, and just take a loss all around while we try to get this TMR mix figured out. We don't have many sell points now in the game, so I don't otherwise know where I can sell this forage and try to remix our TMR mix, and it's not giving me any indicator that we can sell. Yeah, this is starting to be a point of annoyance now. Great. I could have just cheated and we quickly got this done and got on through this episode. And that's probably going to be the next step. You know how to do it now. You know how not to do it. I've showed you that for sure. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight you got that here. Yeah, because I'm not getting a prompt that it will take forage here. And okay. Yeah, I'm not going to stress over this too much tonight, guys. Here's what we're going to do. You know how to do it. I was trying to I got to practice more, I guess, on how to get that mix right. I didn't know if you messed up or made a mistake on putting too much mineral feed in there, you couldn't walk that back by changing up your ratio in other areas. Apparently it penalizes you more for messing up the ratio on a mineral feed. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to save our bales and put them all back in storage, and we're going to kind of fast farm the rest of the way through this tonight because I'm not going to spend much time agonizing over how to want that back. But we have a solution. Alright. We have a few solutions on the table, but we're gonna go for the faster one as we're running out of time here tonight. But you know how to do it. I've showed you how to do it the correct way. Just make sure you don't make a mistake on your mixing ratios because we're kind of limited in mods right now that are available to kind of walk things back if you kind of make a mistake and mess up your ratios. Hopefully soon we'll have more universal sell points available so you can just plop one down on the main farm and sell what you need to sell without too much trouble, but that's not the case tonight. So I thought that we could yeah, I thought we could plop that down and then sell our forage here. We're just gonna actually we may be able to sell one other idea here before I totally commit what I'm thinking about doing. Let's drive over to the animal dealer and see if we can just sell this because I don't. If I can get rid of this without walking back without taking a loss on the forage, there's one other idea I got, and we're not that far from the animal dealer, so we can kind of test this theory real quick. So let's go. We're gonna drive over here to the animal dealer and see if we can sell our forage there. And if not, we're just going to have to take a loss on the materials. It's not a huge thing. A little bit annoying if I have to do it that way, but it's all good. So go over here to the animal dealer. And hopefully we'll get something trigger here. Or if not, then oh well. I tried. Not getting anything here. What other sell points do we have? Okay. Those are fuel points for manure and for liquid manure. All right. So let's see if there's the prices menu gives me a point where we can sell forage. I don't think any of them do. So we might just have to take that loss. And like I say, this is one of those things where there has to be a certain specific sell point for forage. Because once you mess up the mix, you have to sell a portion of the mix so that you can have space within the mix to try to rebalance the ratio. Otherwise, it's going to stay forage until you can get the ratio for the mix rebalanced so that it indicates that it's total mixed ration. So all we can do at this point now, unfortunately and annoyingly for me, is probably reset the trailer back to the shop, lose all that stuff. But that's just what we're going to have to do tonight until we have some more viable options on console. If I was on PC, there's some other things I could do to walk this whole thing back. Well, number one, I would have more mods currently available to me to. What's this other? Is that other? Where I say, holy, that is a total loss here. What's this other sell point? Flower selling station. See this one? I thought it took forage, but it does not. There's not another. It looks like it's got just about everything but forage. All right, and I don't have another point that takes forage on it. So make sure I didn't see anything else on the map. Yeah, and I don't want to waste too much. Like I said, I don't want to waste too much time on this. So let's go here. Not you first. That's it. Oh, because depending on what menu I'm on, the trailer won't show up on the map. All right, so let's. Okay, why is it not selecting the trailer? There we go. Reset the trailer. And when we reset to the shop, we just lose everything that's in the trailer. And that's all well and good for now. Chalk that up to lessons learned, and we're going to move on. So, and now we're going to have to do this in a much faster way because we're running out of time. We're already up against the top of the hour and the end of tonight's episode. I wasted a lot of time with this issue tonight, and we haven't really got anywhere as to where I wanted to be at by the end of this episode. Now, there's some other things I wanted to get into tonight that we haven't been able to get into because we got sidetracked on some simple issues here. All right, so we're gonna back this on in. Okay, and it still kept the forage in there. What the heck? Now I am frustrated because I don't have a way to sell this forage or unload this forage. All right, there's multiple ways to handle this still, but these are the other ways to do it all time consuming, and I was trying to handle it what I thought would be a quick way, but the game has other ideas for me tonight. All right, so back to the main farm. And I guess I was thinking ahead when I got the little shovel bucket earlier tonight because I want to show you guys another way to deal with this issue when you run into it. I've done it enough over the years that I know how to work around it, but I was hoping that I could do a quick solution tonight, but that the game has other ideas. Normally when you reset a vehicle to the shop and it has materials in it, you lose the materials in the vehicle, but apparently that's not the case in Farming Simulator 25, or at least not with the forage harvester. I know it works that way with trailers, but this is the first time I ever tried that with a forage harvester, so I stand corrected. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take unload the forage harvester a little bit. We got to do this down and dirty, unfortunately. Over here. Let's unload the whole thing. Let's start from scratch, apparently. And now everything is in the green. And we'll put our bell spikes down. and come in here with the bucket. Now it's saying, hey, this is gonna take some time, but this is how I'm gonna do it. But we'll end up having to do this off camera for the most part. I wanted to do it on camera, and I'm gonna have to do this off camera tonight because we're coming up on the end of tonight's episode. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, checking me out tonight. You've been tuned in to another episode of Jose 831 Gaming live on Twitch. We've been playing Farming Simulator 25 base game. We're on the base game map, Riverbend Springs. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, checking me out tonight. I appreciate you tuning in, checking me out. As always, please continue to tune in and check me out. Episodes of my Twitch live stream series are uploaded to my YouTube channel, typically in their entirety. I'm Boze831 Gaming on most of your major social media platforms: Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, so on and so forth. Wherever you're running across my content, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you love. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you dislike. Out of the way, let me know. That's the only way I can get better and provide the content that you want to see. But I appreciate you either way tuning in and checking me out. See where we're at now. It's just saying, hey. See, now when I dump all that out, it recognizes everything only as hey. I'm still gonna try to take a shot at seeing if we can mix this back up manually. Well, I'm just gonna lay off the mineral feed until I have more practice with doing the mineral feed and mix. So we're going to grab one silage bale, and that's going to be the base for everything I'm going to do or attempt to do going forward here. Problem being now is tuck it down. And then go grab our bale spikes. Alright, we're just about on the last minute. And again, thank everyone for tuning in, checking me out. This has been Boze831 Gaming live on Twitch. And like I always say, if you're not having fun doing what you do, then what are you doing? I haven't been saying that lately, but I got to get back to my normal routine on how I normally do my videos on this live stream series, or at least how I usually do them on my past live stream series. All right, so let's drop a little silage in here. So now it's only seeing silage and hay, and then we'll do another one of the straw bales, because it's basically turned all of that forage into hay now since I dumped it on the ground, apparently. So we know what to do with that. But that's all I got for tonight. I'll catch y'all on the next episode of this live stream series. But for now, I will catch you all on the flip side. Have a good night, everyone.